What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the real Jussy of the Distorted Theorists, and today, well, Amazon dropped the official first trailer for Masters of the Universe. That's right, I have the power! But before we get into today's video, as always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. He-Man, ladies and gentlemen, finally hitting the big screen in, I guess, modern times, if you will. The cartoon, the series, He-Man and Masters of the Universe, 1983. Now, as we always say on the channel, we keep it real, so I'm going to be honest with everyone. I was born in 1989, so close to today, in fact. My birthday is tomorrow, January 23rd. That's right, I'll be 37, ladies and gentlemen. So please put some happy birthdays down in the chat for your boy. But what I wanted to say is, never got into He-Man, never watched the cartoon, never kept track with all the toys. I'm just keeping it real, but I knew this trailer was coming. We had a lot of people DMing us, asking if we were going to do the reaction. And something else I wanted to say before I get into this is that I've never seen movie studios, ladies and gentlemen. People who did watch that show are over 40 right now, okay? 40 plus, we'll say. Movie studios don't make movies anymore for 40-year-olds. They don't, okay? Let's just be honest. So, what makes me excited for it is that they must be targeting a new audience. Want to get people back on board with the character of He-Man. I do know of Battle Cat, and I know who Skeletor is. That's about as much as I do know, and I know he carries a big, gigantic sword. Maybe I want to become a new fan. So without further ado, let's get into the official Masters of the Universe trailer, reaction, review, and my breakdown right now.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships,
very fantasy though,
and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god.
Okay, I know that he's...
That stuff is real.
Okay, so heavy fantasy. Because I remember he's like a normal guy. When he uses the sword, it
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
So it's that old past coming back to haunt you, kind of.
But that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Okay.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
Oh, they come looking for him because he's the savior of the universe, I guess. Oh, there's Battle Cat. Okay, I know Battle Cat.
What am I supposed to do?
This looks like grandeur.
Take the sword.
Oh, okay, I know Skeletor.
You protect them.
Is this some Mortal Kombat kind of shit? Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? Oh, and they're entering to our world. He-Man. Oh, that I do know. Oh, yo, let's go. Okay. Oh, that looks mint. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting going into this trailer, because like I said, my knowledge of He-Man and his lore, his universe, very, very minimal. Like I said, I know that he has a sword. He calls upon its power. It basically injects him with we'll call it superhuman ability. I don't know if there's another word, magic, superpowers, whatever you want to call it. I know about, like I said, Battle Cat, which I also think is like a smaller domesticated cat, if I'm not mistaken, that also gets bigger and obviously very dangerous. And of course, I know the villain Skeletor, but do I know why these two are at each other's throats for the continuity of the lore of He-Man or the Masters of the Universe? No, I do not. But this has made me feel like, okay, first of all, I've seen Skeletor action figures. I've seen, it's pop culture, okay? We're not under a rock here, ladies and gentlemen, or I'm not at least. I've seen the action figure. That looked very accurate to what I am used to seeing, but more modernized, looked very well, looked very creepy, scary, dangerous, if you will. I'm very surprised that they showed us the full barbaric version of He-Man. I thought they might save that for maybe the second trailer. I was expecting to maybe get I have the power and you see a lightning bolt like we did, but then maybe fade to black or something like that. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't catch who was the main actor. Please let me know in the comments. I apologize, just didn't catch it. And I don't know who's playing Skeletor. That was a very quick trailer. It started off very phantasmal, very, okay, here's the world we're building. But then it brought us to, current times, our world, which I didn't know was going to be a thing. They're doing the old trope storyline, if you will, of the prince, king, shunned away by his family to protect him, but ultimately the ties of his past are coming back because I assume they need a savior. It's your sword, come take it. He somehow knows what's going to happen to him, so I don't know if the world of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is lore that he can read upon in our world, and he just knows about it. He has a calling, if you will. Something being drawn to it. It looks great. It got very much like I said, that world again. I don't know the name of his city, town, continent that they're dueling on here or fighting over. But it looks very, for the CGI, for the graphics, looks like a lot of money went into this. Looks like we're going to get very big landscapes, a lot of color pops going on in here. I hate to say it's giving me like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, but it is in a lot of ways, but more mixed with Conan the Barbarian, if you will. I'm hoping to see something like this. You know what you're getting into. You're getting into a movie based off of a cartoon, off a comic, off of action figures. You're reliving childhood in a lot of ways for us, our 40-year-old selves. But the newcomers, I think, are going to be able to relate to He-Man's humanized local form. But when he transforms, it's going to be very it seemed very Minecraft-y trailer. Remember the Minecraft movie that came out last year? It kind of gave me that vibe as well. But I feel like then the younger demographic are going to see him get this huge sword, use its power, invoke its magic, and just heighten all of his kinships that are also going to be in this movie. And obviously we're going to have Skeletor coming to trying to take everybody down. And it's going to be like a very Mortal Kombat, kind of deal from what I can tell. They showed us a lot in this trailer. It was almost 3 minutes long. They ain't afraid to show us what they're working with, and it's coming out June 5th, which is only 6 months away. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for my trailer reaction review and my breakdown firsthand for Masters of the Universe. They left the He-Man part out. I wonder why. As always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit our subscribe button, hit our like button, and if you enjoy the content, the super thanks is also right below. So leave me a comment on this video. Are you excited for Masters of the Universe film? Are you a fan of He-Man since you are a wee lad? Or are you a newcomer, maybe 20-something-year-old, who's very excited to learn and see what He-Man and the Masters of the Universe have to offer? And with that, I am the real Jussy of the Distorted Theorists. And like we always say around here, keep it real.